Today we're going to review the count function. This counts the number of cells that contain numbers and counts numbers within a list of arguments. We can use the count function to get the number of entries in a number field that is in a range or array of numbers. Please support this channel by giving us a thumbs up, click the subscribe button, and turn on alerts for more Excel videos like this one. So I've created this sample worksheet, and inside we have the invoice date, the rep, the items, the unit, and if it was an international sale. So what we want to do is we want to count the amount of entries we have in this sheet. So how many invoices were entered. And to do this, there's a few ways we can do it. So we're going to want to use the count function. And we can highlight the cells in the range. And you can see down below here, it returned 15. Now another way we can do it is we highlight the cell, and we can go to auto sum. So you can see it drops here, but it's also located in the formulas tab. Auto sum, click down, and you can see count numbers. So we click on that, and you can see it automatically selected the range. Hit enter, and it returned it to 15. The next way we can do it is come over here to insert function, type in count, and select our range, hit OK, and again it returned it to 15. And the last way, if we type it in manually, so we just enter equals count and select our range and hit enter. So that was the three ways that you can use and enter in the count function. So what if I want to just count the amount of cells that have entries in it? So to do that, we can use a COUNTA function. So to do that, we can come over here to insert function, type in COUNTA, click on it. And you can see here it says counts the number of cells in a range that are not empty. Hit OK. And what I want to do is see how many entries there are that are international. So they have yes selected. And we hit OK, and you can see it returned it to 6. The other way we can do it as well, same thing manually, just highlight it and you'll see the count is 6 at the bottom of the screen. We can also enter the formula manually, so hit count A, and then select our range. And you can see it returned the value of 6. So what if I'm looking to find how many cells contain certain criteria? Then I can use the COUNTIF function. So for this example, I want to find out how many invoices that John had. So to do this, come over here to insert function, type in COUNTIF, go, hit OK. Now it wants our range, so our range would be over here under the rep, and the criteria, we're going to select John and hit OK. And you can see John had 2 invoices. So if we look down here, there's the first one, and here's the second one. And you can see after that there was only 2. Another way we can enter that in is type it in manually, so just type in COUNTIF. And now it's looking for our range, our criteria, and you can see it returned 2 again. So another thing is, if you weren't using a cell for the criteria as a reference, you can actually type the criteria in manually. So if we come over here, we go again, COUNTIF, select the range, and this time we're just going to type in the name John for the criteria and hit enter, and you see it did the same thing. It returned the value of 2. Now we can use the COUNTIFS function if we want to use or look for multiple criteria. So in this example, I'm going to look for the rep Jen, and I want to look for invoices that she sold that were light bulbs. So first thing we can do is select the cell, come over here to insert function, type in COUNTIFS. Now if it doesn't come up on the list, you can come down here, select all, and then you hit go, and it'll show up. We hit OK. So the first thing is the criteria range, which would be the rep's name. Criteria will be Jen. You don't have to select a cell reference again. You can actually type in what the criteria is. So let's just select light bulbs. The item list, and then light bulbs. Hit OK, and it returned 2. We can also type this in manually. So this time my range will be rep, and I'm going to type in the name this time just to show you it works. Criteria under the items, and it's light bulbs, and you can see it returned a value of 2. This concludes our video on the COUNTIFS functions. So please support this channel, guys, by giving this video a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button, turn on alerts for more Excel videos like this one. If you click the link to your right, you're going to learn how to email your Excel workbook directly from Excel. And if you click the other button, you're going to learn how to protect and unprotect your worksheets with one click of a button. Talk to you soon.